What is up, everybody? It's me, it's Lucas, back with another video, produceperform.com. So glad that you guys are here. In this video, as it's aptly named, we're going to get a wide lead vocal. So, whenever you are mixing like a big worship song, especially a live worship song, and you got all these singers, all these instruments, the vocal can sound great in mono, and you have your reverbs and delays kind of making it bigger and wider, but there's still something missing. Like, you just want it to kind of just be bigger sounding, but not like washy. Does that make sense? So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of cool tricks that you can do to make it really wide, really big sounding, if you need that in your mixes, which I think most of the time we do. So in this mix that I'm doing, I'll show you in a second. It actually is, it's actually crucial because there's so many background vocalists that sometimes I lose the lead vocal because of how wide, because I have all these background vocalists panned out wide, and it sounds great and it sounds huge, but you kind of lose the lead a little bit. And so we don't want that. So before we get into it, down below, absolutely free, is the mixing cheat sheet for live worship recordings. Check it out. Basically a bunch of EQ and compression starting points. So if you don't know where to start when it comes to compressing or EQing a bass or a kick drum or something, it has all of that in there, absolutely free, down below. Check that out. Okay, so in this tutorial, wow, I just accidentally hit play. Oh, and I just want to point out, okay, I bought a cup with a lid. AKA, I had one for a while, but just didn't use it properly. If you guys missed in one of the my last videos, I spilled water all over my keyboard. And luckily it's fine. It's all good. But, yeah, that was bad. So this is coffee. Anyways, okay, so let's dig into this. So, I'm going to play the mix. Let me find a good spot here. We're just going to play it here. You guys can hear the lead vocal.
Thanksgiving, I will say, you're worthy to be praised. You're worthy to be praised. Oh, yes, you are. Has your glory.
So as you guys can see, it sounds awesome. Sounds really, really great. So, but the issue is once we kind of get into the parts where the background vocalists are coming in, and I'll show you. So you see, we just lose the lead a little bit. It's not too bad in this, and what's great is, you can do a bunch of EQ. Like I've got a lot of EQ going on. You guys have seen my other videos. If you guys haven't checked those out, you can, boost it up with compression, get it all locked in. And then you guys have seen me do all my vocal verbs and delays. This one is really only if the mix needs it, but it's pretty cool. So what I did, and I just created an effects bus. So you know what, we can just do this from scratch. Let's just remove this here, and let me pull this up a little bit. And we're gonna remove that. And then, okay, so what's cool about Studio One is you can just, if you need to create a new effects bus, just go to the channel that you need it for, hit that little plus button on the sends, and then you could hit add effects channel, and we're just gonna call this vocal widener, just to keep it simple. And then in Studio One, these all the send level defaults to -6. I'm just gonna put that at 0. Which we don't really need it at 0, but I'm different. Some people like to control the individual sends here, but I actually like to control the returns. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, and then for the plugin that we'll use, I'm going to show you two plugins that I like to use. One of them is actually a Studio One plugin, and you can pretty much do this with any basic plugin that any DAW has, but we're gonna use analog delay for this example, and I'll show you another one just in case you have the plugin, or if you want to pick up something that's a way easier to get set and just set it and forget it, basically. But on the analog delay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn the sync off, turn the boost off, put the feedback at 0, and we're going to make sure all of this is turned down to 0 except for the dry and wet. Drive is off. We're going to turn the low cut and the high cut off, and the reso off. Turn all that off. So basically this is what it's going to sound like right now.
How powerful.
So it just sounds like a delay, right? But we want to change this time. We're going to change this time down to, I usually like to go for like 30 milliseconds right here.
I'll say you're worthy of my praise.
And so it kind of sounds terrible, right? Like you're like, why would I ever use that? But on the width knob here, you're going to make sure it's on sum, and then you're going to bring in the width, and it's basically going to alter the left and the right.
You're worthy of my praise. How beautiful.
And so now you've got this really wide vocal, but it's not like a washy delay or reverb or something like that is adding so much more to your mix. It's literally just almost emulating a lead vocal on the left and the right. Because in studio world, you know, we can multi-track or we can double track, and so you can have 3 or 4 lead vocals going at one time, pan them different directions, and get that super wide, thick vocal. But in here, we can't always do that because it's spontaneous, and so this is a really cool trick to kind of get that cool effect that you can get in the studio without having to track a bunch of overdubs for the live track, and it kind of keeps the integrity of the song intact because it's just following exactly what the lead vocal is doing. So now let's just mix this in.
How marvelous is your name, Jesus.
And so I'm just going to emphasize it a lot for a second just so you guys can hear it. Pull it back a little bit.
With thanksgiving, I will say.
So you guys can hear what it's doing, but then I usually I sit around probably -10, somewhere in there. Just you always just feel it out.
With thanksgiving, I will say, you're worthy of my praise.
All right, so I'm going to mute it and unmute it, and you guys can hear the actual effect and how much, like, it just adds so much width, so much power to the lead vocal.
You're worthy of my praise. How beautiful, how marvelous is your name, Jesus. Oh yes, how powerful.
So, I mean, it just thickens it up, makes it just a little bit wider, and it just feels like the lead vocal has command over the mix, which is kind of what you want, right, for this live worship mix. So let me show you guys the other one, and it is from Sound Toys. It's called Microshift. Very, very cool plugin. And they also have like a little Microshift, which is even simpler. But with this one, you have a little bit more control. So we turn analog delay off. And so with this one, honestly, the only thing that I really mess with is the styles, and then the delay knob, which is a tight or a loose delay. So let's just give this one a listen. I'm going to turn it all the way up.
Oh, how excellent is your name, Jesus.
Pull it back here.
With thanksgiving, I will say, you're worthy of my praise.
So between the styles, I like 3 the most. And so let's just listen to this in context.
You're You're worthy of my praise. How beautiful, how marvelous is your name.
Again, just wider, thicker. And then there's only one more thing that I would do with this. Is I like to put an EQ on it just to get rid of some of that low end, because really you don't need to double up a lot of the low end, really just those mid-range frequencies and the high frequencies. And this will kind of clean it up and then not make it so prevalent in the mix, but still add that effect that you're wanting. So we'll just take some of this out.
Jesus, oh yes, how powerful, how excellent is your name, Jesus. As your glory fills this place. Oh, as your glory.
Cool. And then, so now we can compare it in the mix of the song where the vocals are kind of going hard and you really want your lead vocal to stick out.
Your name is holy. Your name is worthy. Your name is Jesus. Jesus. Oh, let's lift up the name of Jesus. Your name's so worthy.
And so for me, it's like you still have those super wide BGVs just giving you all of the harmony and the power, but then that lead vocal comes in, it's just a little bit wider than just that one little mono part. And what's great is you can automate this so that in the choruses, the lead vocal just kind of sticks out and gets a little bit wider, or you can just keep it the same the whole mix. Now I'm going to show you one last cool trick that I don't do very often, but just in case I need to, depending on the mix, is you can take this vocal widener and then send it to one of the reverbs, and it's going to just create an even wider vocal, which sometimes you need, sometimes you don't need. So we're going to hit send here, and then we're going to go to the vocal reverb, wherever it is. We're going to do the vintage verb, which is the biggest one, which you guys have seen in my video, this Valhalla vintage verb. 4 seconds. It's a concert hall. It's a pretty big sounding delay, which is what we want. So we're just going to solo these two.
Your name is Jesus. Jesus. Oh, your name is holy. Your name is holy. Your name is worthy. Your name is Jesus. We lift up your name, Jesus. Oh, your name is holy. And your name is worthy. Oh, your name.
And you guys hear that reverb tail? It's so big, it's so wide. So yeah, give this a try on your next mix, because it can make your lead, it can be the game changer for your lead vocal. And while you've been sitting there and you've been trying to EQ or compress and get it to sit over the top of the mix, instead you could just do a little bit of delay, and a tiny bit, we're talking, 20 to 40 milliseconds, whatever sounds best for your song, for the vocal, and put that in the background and just let it thicken that vocal up and make it a little bit wider. And then it sounds exactly like you needed it to. So hope that helps. Thank you guys so much for watching today. And don't forget the mixing cheat sheet down below, EQ and compression starting points for if you are mixing a live worship recording. And I just can't thank you guys enough for the love and the support that you guys have shown. I started this in like 6 months ago or something, just doing some YouTube videos. And so I just want you guys to know that I do appreciate you and that I'm working on some really cool stuff for you guys. So pick up the cheat sheet below, and you guys will be the first to hear about it. I cannot wait to show you guys what I've been working on. It's going to be very, very cool. But I will see you guys next Tuesday for the next video. And I think I'm going to try to work on some room mics, show you guys how I process room mics specifically, because they can be really tedious and super annoying, to be honest. I've never loved working on room mics until I figured out a few really cool techniques that helped me get them to sound how I wanted them to sound, basically. Whether you have a really awesome sounding, audience who's singing, or whether you don't, because there's both. There's contrasts of both, and it helps to know what to do in the situation, whether you do or you don't. So, cool. Thank you guys. See you next time.